morning. So as Ian mentioned, we had the launch of the NEX5 and NEX3 in early May. And I'd like to thank all the press for the great support we've had for this product. Thanks to all sorts of wonderful articles and coverage, we've seen tremendous success for this so far. We're hoping that's going to continue with our launch today with our new products. Anyone that's not from Sony know what this is? This is the TR55, Sony's first transistor radio. It was introduced 55 years ago in August 1955, and it was the first commercial transistor radio built from the ground up, from the transistors all the way up to the finished product. It was Sony. And so today we're proud to introduce a brand new product, the Alpha 55. So this is something that's going to be using new translucent mirror technology. It's a technology that's going to allow you before. What these cameras will let you do is focus between the moments. And it's going to capture all of life's little moments here and everything in between, things that up to now have been missed. So as Sony, as Alpha, we do have two lines of cameras. We have our A-mount cameras, which we launched in 2006, traditional Alphas. And then we have the E-mount that we launched in May of this year with E-mounts. Two different types of cameras for two different types of customers. And that fits in with the overall Sony digital imaging with our CyberShot, Handycam, Vloggy, and the VG10, where we see a circle of products all within the digital imaging for different types of customers. Heading towards the mainstream customers. These are the hobby photographers, the people that want to capture life's moments, and the active photo shooters, the hobbyists. But with a lot of features that will appeal to entry-level customers as well. When we say focus between the moments, we're talking about all those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that happen every day. And we're trying to talk about the things that this camera can capture that previous cameras just missed. And the translucent mirror technology is what's going to enable us to do that. So with translucent mirror technology, we have, with phase detection autofocus, like a traditional SLR uses, we have autofocus during moving mode. Again, something no digital SLR has been able to do to this point. And the third thing that this will let us do is have advanced quick AF live view. And combining that with our brand new TrueFinder, we have a very easy user experience, and you have a lot of choice between using the viewfinder or using the LCD. So what we're really talking about here is game-changing technology. This is what's going to take digital SLR photography to the next level by making it a lot easier and being able to capture a lot more precious moments very easily. So as I said, the three things we've got here: the high-speed continuous shooting, the quick AF full HD movies, and the advanced quick AF live view. So I'll go through each of the three main features in more detail. And the fact that the mirror doesn't have to drop each time, we're able to maintain autofocus tracking. With a traditional SLR system with a mirror that goes up and down, you lose the focus while the mirror is up. The focus is only working when the mirror is down. And so that's what's allowing us to do 10 frames per second, whereas some other cameras, or with a traditional mirror system, you're limited to a much lower frame rate. So you can see here just how much is missed by not having 10 frames per second available to you. And if you think about how this might impact an everyday user, not just an enthusiast, what about a soccer mom or a hockey dad? All those shots on goal, it's shifting the focus between the front girl and the back girl, and it's very easy to do that. The shallow depth of field, of course, is provided by the APS-C size sensor. One of the reasons why DSLR video is getting so popular right now is that ability to control your depth of field that you just can't do on a small sensor. But also with the super fast autofocus, you're able to take advantage of that and adjust your focus while you're doing it. So here, if you look at the background, you can see as she is getting closer to the camera, she is maintaining focus, but the background is getting blurry because of the depth of field is changing. So that type of thing is only possible with the large sensor. And then you can see how quickly she ran towards the camera and maintained focus while she was running. If you have a traditional contrast autofocus system, that's not possible unless you go to manual focus and you're really good at manually focusing your camera. It is good if you want to have very deep depth of field and your focus doesn't have to be as precise, but then at the same time you're losing the beautiful bokeh of a deep focus background. Same here with the fire. You can see with a beautiful defocused background. And then in this case, again, we're seeing a moving object, and with the translucent mirror, the bike is coming right towards the camera and it's maintaining focus. With the contrast autofocus, it's just too slow to keep up with fast moving objects. And again, it's because of the sensor is either blocked, or in this case, the AF sensor is still working. It is good if you want to have very deep depth of field and your focus doesn't have to be as precise, but then at the same time you're losing the beautiful bokeh of a deep focus background. Same here with the fire. You can see with a beautiful defocused background. And then in this case, again, we're seeing a moving object, and with the translucent mirror, the bike is coming right towards the camera and it's maintaining focus. With the contrast autofocus, it's just too slow to keep up with fast moving objects. And again, it's because of the sensor is either blocked, or in this case, the AF sensor is still working. Combine those to eliminate the noise. So with that, you can take your ISO 12800 actually up to 25,600. And then we also have something called handheld twilight shooting, which is something we do have in some of our point and shoot cameras. And with that, again, it's taking 6 images, but this is something that's going to let you take a shot that you traditionally couldn't do handheld. So where you might have movement in a traditional long exposure, by taking 6 short exposures and layering them, we're able to manage a much sharper image. This is a feature that we introduced on our Alpha 500 and Alpha 550 last year, and improved with the NEX3, NEX5 this year. And this is called our high dynamic range feature, or auto HDR. And with this, the camera shoots 3 images. It takes shoots one image for shadows, 1 image for the mid-range, and 1 image for the highlights. And then it combines them into one high dynamic range image. So this is something that is quite common with photo enthusiasts, but ones that are using software and using a tripod and bracketing. With this, it's all happening in 4 seconds in terms of your shooting and your combining, so you don't actually have to use a tripod for this. And with this, we can go up to a 6 EV range, whereas our previous cameras went up to a 3 EV range.